Today on the show, we are visiting the Okun people of Nigeria. They are making Tankelekan. It's Ewedu seeds, pods of fruits. It's super yummy!
Foodies inside.
For this soup, you can use any of your choice proteins. Today, I'm using beef and shaki. Shaki is striped. I'm going to season that with some salt, crushed seasoning cubes, some chopped onions. I'm going to stir on that. Cover it and allow it cook in its own water. If it's not done, I would add some more water to it. But the next thing I'm going to do now is to start prepping all my ingredients. I will start with this dry fish. Now, I heard that they enjoy it with the dry fish, so I got this very big one. Yeah. Also, the Esan people of Edo State, they eat this soup and they call it Ihienlo. So they too make the soup, and I'm sure some of you from across Nigeria make this Ewedu seed soup. So this is the time for you to go on Facebook Foodies and Spice, YouTube Foodies and Spice, Gina Foodies and Spice on Instagram, and TikTok Foodies and Spice to let me know what you call the seed in your language, how you use it for food, or if you make soup with it like this, and also let me know where you are watching this from anywhere across the world. Thank you so much for always engaging on my posts and my cooking videos. I truly appreciate you all. So I'll quickly get to it. I have washed my fish. I have washed the dried prawns and the dried shrimps, crayfish. I always say in Nigeria we call dried prawns and dried shrimps crayfish. Yeah, just the small ones. And over here I have my meat still cooking. I've added water for it to cook through. Yeah, it cooked well with its own water. I brought out a good amount of water, but I have to add a bit more so that it can cook through and it's soft. Next on my schedule is to blend the pepper. Now I'll be blending this roughly, so that's why I brought out my food processor. I'm using yellow habanero pepper and red scotch bonnet. Now the reason why I'm chopping it roughly is because I just want those, specks of pepper in my soup. I'm going to be adding the small crayfish to process alongside with them. Okay, so I think our meat is fine now. The next thing I'm going to do is transfer it to the main pot I'll be using for my cooking. Now, this is a point where you have to be careful with the stock that you'll be using, the meat stock. Yes, like I said, it's like okra. So it's best for you to make it thick, then you start to add water later than making it look very watery, okay? So I think this is just fine. If I need more stock, I need more water, I'll add to it. So while this is cooking, the next thing I'm going to do is add the dry fish, the prawns, and all of that to it. They are cooking together, and because I want the yam, the pounded yam we are using to meet the Tankelekan halfway, I'll start with the yam as well. I'll start peeling the yam. So yam peeled and cleaned. I'm going to cover it and allow it to cook till done. I'll be adding the dried fish. Remember that thing I always say, a little of everything. One dry fish, small meat, one crayfish, just like that, like that. Your soup go just full. You'll come be like big man for this subsidy era. Subsidy will not stop us from eating. No. My crayfish is inside, and I'll add my processed pepper. Pepper water from the food processor when I rinsed it. Then locust beans, iru, very important. Locust beans is a good source of vitamin A, so don't leave it out when you have it. It's important. I'll add a little bit of salt, a little bit of crushed seasoning, and some palm oil. and I'll cover it to cook. This is also called Ihienlo in Edo State, the Esan speaking people. So I'm sure some of you have various names you call it in your language. This is the time for you to hurry up to any of my social media platforms and let us know what you call this in your language. You will see the post already, so let us know. Now it's time to process it. If you don't have a food processor, you can pulse this in your blender bit by bit, or you can go ahead to pound it, or you can grind it on your grinding stone, but I would not advise that you grate this because it's too tiny. It may hurt your hands, okay? So this is where I'm going to give a special shout out to Anjola Iremide on Instagram. She actually sent me this Ewedu pods, Miss Modupe Lola. She's Anjola Iremide on Instagram. So that's what I want you guys to do. Once you see these rare things, you know I love to cook them. Send them to me from Maiduguri, from Kafanchan, Jos, from Bayelsa, Edo, wherever you are. Ekiti, send them to me to cook. So Anjola Iremide sent this to me and I'm happy to cook it. Alright? Okay, so this is just fine. In between, I checked on my soup, turned it, and it's making sense there. Like making really good sense. The aroma is beautiful and the taste is nice. And here is our Tankelekan. We have just chopped it. Ewedu seeds. Ihienlo in Edo State. Okay? This is what we have. It looks so much like okra, but this is not okra. It has a tendency to oxidize very quickly, so I'm going to add it to my pot immediately. Now this looks so good. It's thick and the viscosity is there. So I will need to add a bit more water because it looks like it's just rising as I'm turning it. So I'm going to add a little bit more water. So this looks so good. You can see the viscosity is just right. It's like your okra soup. This is so good. And taste. Wow, it's super yummy. And it has this beautiful aroma alongside. Super yummy, guys. This is good. I'll keep cooking it on low heat. Time for me to pound my yam with a food processor. Okay, so here is our perfect pounded yam. You can see this. This is like perfect. Just use my style of making pounded yam in the food processor, from the cutting to the pounding, and using the right blade. Okay, so I'm just going to add a little bit of water, to bind it together. This water is very important, no matter how small. Now this thing go from start to spoil. It's not just they stay one place. So, my pounded, this is so beautiful, very beautiful. Oh, this is so beautiful. You see, you can see the drawing, pounded yam way draw. That's the reason for that water. So once you add it, your pounded yam go draw. All right, guys, so my pounded yam is ready. My Tankelekan soup is ready. Time for me to tell you people how it tastes. But I already tasted it. It tasted so good. If you've never had jute, Molokhia, Ewedu seeds or pods, guys, please try it. Add it in your list of must-try food or soups. This is so good. From the look to the texture and the taste, guys. Like I said, my Edo people call this Ihienlo. I just want to hear what you guys call it from all over your towns and tribes. For Okun people, this is like their soup identity, Tankelekan. They were also happy on the page right now. when I posted the seeds. Guys, try. Don't throw your Ewedu seeds away. So traditionally tasty. I don't know how to explain it, but eating it, you just feel like you are in your grandmother's backyard. That's the taste it gives you. Very, very tasty. This actually tastes better than okra. No jokes. I can continue eating. I just a pity where they record me because it's still there. Guys, please so go try it and let me know what you think. If you've tried it before, you let me know how I did with this recipe today. Okay? Sweet, If you like this video, please give me a thumb up, share and comment. If you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, do click on the subscribe button and notification bell to enjoy more of my recipes.